Welcome, this is Talk Too Late. I am Game Too Late and I am joined by HeadacheMik. And I'm joined by Prosil. We, as usual, run the Talk Too Late show in which we talk about games and games industry stories 2 years after their release. But in this special segment, we actually just want to talk about PlayStation Now, Xbox Game Plus, PlayStation Plus, and my question for my two amazing guests is actually just generally how they feel with the trend and with the direction in which the industry is going when it comes to subscription models for receiving games. Are we really happy with having a Netflix of gaming? And I also want to, before we go into that, I was just thinking recently about PlayStation Plus. PlayStation Plus is a subscription model, which is not really a subscription if you think about it. In a subscription model, you buy a catalog, and you pay, and you have your catalog. You know what it is mostly in advance, and you pay, and you have access to it. In PS Plus, you just pay, and then they decide on a monthly basis, without giving you really any visibility, what games you're going to be playing with. And my question is, seeing that they have recently increased the price, well, in recent times increased the price, because before it was actually cheaper, it's been a year ago that they raised it a good 25%, 20%. My question is, with this sort of models, shouldn't we just have, or shouldn't we claim to have a lot more visibility? Because frankly, I was happy with PlayStation Plus, but with time, I have come to a new awareness that if I give you $50 in advance for a 12-month subscription, I deserve to know. I want to know when I'm gonna be able to play something. I want to know at least a ballpark period of when I'm going to be playing these games, and at least you should be able to, maybe you want to keep the element of surprise, fine, but tell me, what sort of games I'm going to have. What do you guys think? Maybe Prosil is the one that is a bit more hot on this topic, because we've recently talked about this privately. What do you guys think?
I think that Sony abused.
Oh my god, you just went straight into it.
Yeah, straight to the point. Right, period. Because they reduced the level of service. PSN Plus was something to play online. They put the game, they increased the price. There was never visibility on the games because there is this concept that games are free. However, since the moment you review the price and you give a service and you review the games that you're giving, which is something that Sony can decide not to give you at any time. So if tomorrow Sony decides not to give games, they can do it. It's in the terms and conditions. Yep. So you pay just for that thing. There is this incorrect concept about users saying games should not be given for granted. It's something that Sony does for us or something like that. So probably Sony should give more options to the user. One option just to play online, maybe with $20, the same way Nintendo does. Like you do a subscription. If you do 1 year subscription, you will get these games for from year to 12 months. If you do a 3 or 6 month subscription, you will know which games you will take. But no, they really using the hierarchies, not making user happy. Also because wherever there is a promotion, they tend to do the same thing they did this year. So they will release a crappy game. The month after, they will release 2 good games, so 2 decent titles, and they will strike an offers like they did now with 40 euros for 12 months instead of 60 euros. And this is what's going to happen because they release Call of Duty World War II, and I think they're going to release a good titles. But what they released last month, Farm Simulator and City Skyline, it's an insult because you giving games. One game is a good game, but it can be played just with the mouse, not really with a controller. So it's not a PS4 title. You play those games on PC. The other game is something that it should be like a collateral game. It's not a release that you can say, hey, this month we give this game for free. It's not even a gigabyte. So my call is, yes, we should have more visibility. We should have more level of service. We should have a way to buy PlayStation Now and just the online without the monthly game subscriptions or discounts, which are never, I think they are never very good discounts overall. So my review is going to be very negative for Sony, straight to the point, because this is what the industry needs, more transparency. Everybody's going through the transparency, and Sony is not. Sony is not being transparent on the marketing decisions, on the release date of the games, and a lot of things, and I don't think this is good for them in the long run.
And I think it is not good for them, because if you look at the comparison between not PlayStation Plus but PlayStation Now, PlayStation Now and Xbox Game Pass, we're going to talk about this in a minute, but PlayStation has 2 million users on PlayStation Now. Xbox has got 10 million users on their counter offer. So maybe, and this is only my impression and sort of maybe my prediction for the next generation of console, is that Sony PlayStation itself, is going to actually phase out PlayStation Plus and let it die. And I think that they're gonna just go to a new model where you pay for the online, and if you want games to go with your subscription, then you join PlayStation Now. Because right now,
which is what Xbox does.
Yeah, because PlayStation Now is like, you have all these games, and then you have PlayStation Plus, which also gives you 2 games per month. If the 2 games were any good, actually, you would have enough to play, so much that you don't actually need PlayStation Now. So you know what I mean? With PlayStation Plus, if it's a good month, you don't need PlayStation Now. So it's a bit of a strange strategy to undercut your own offer, if you know what I mean. So yeah, we are slowly going to phase into this other question.
It has to be said that Microsoft prices are more affordable.
Yeah.
Against Microsoft really aim to get this war between the two services.
Yeah, Microsoft really bet a lot on this in preparation to the next generation of console, and Sony perhaps was a bit complacent because they were on top of everything. What we're looking now, while you guys talk, for all the viewers that are watching this on YouTube rather than our podcast form, what we're looking at on screen is a comparison chart between PlayStation Now and Xbox Game Pass. So I'll let you guys talk. Milk. I just called you Milk, which is pretty much what everybody does these days.
First time for you.
Good.
No, you all know that I'm a PC gamer, so in this argument, the grown-up of the trio that we are.
Yes.
Nobody gives us PC gamers games for free. We don't have. There's an asterisk there. We're gonna get there in a second. We don't want, we don't ask, we don't care about games as a service. We have Steam, and other people don't like Steam. They want DRM free, so they have GOG. So what the PC gamer really wants is to buy their own games and have discounts. So the PC gaming industry has a huge discount sales. Like Steam does the summer Steam sales, winter Steam sales, Christmas Steam sales, spring Steam sales. There's a bunch of sales that they do. That's what we like in the PC gaming community, and we kind of don't trust game as a service in a sense. I think it's pretty unanimously a service that we don't want, because we want to buy our own game. We are now used to have a library. We don't have digitals. We don't have physical. We stopped using physical discs like 10 years ago now on PC, and we just want to see the library there and the fact that we bought them. We don't want a service that, a catalog of free stuff, or a service that gives us free stuff sometimes, because we've seen what happens with Sony.
So do you think that even Microsoft's offer of having games that can be downloaded, a bit like having us, because Xbox Game Pass, especially for a PC owner, is very much like Netflix. You already know there is this catalog, which I think it's about 500 titles.
And you can get it on PC. You can get
get it on PC, and it's really like Netflix. You pay and you know in advance. And Sony was lagging behind on their offer. I think there is, if you look at
we make a mistake to compare the two, because like once is Sony like wants to give you some games sometimes. Xbox, you pay to have a catalog of video games. That's cool. And I agree with Prosil. They should do like Xbox does. They should make like online gaming, online functionality, which is dumb that you have to pay for, but whatever, it's console. And the video games catalog, or like kind of a lottery. Pay $60 per year and get like $100 worth of video games every year or something like that. They could really do it. Like I don't think they want, or I don't think they care enough. Probably like the asterisk that I put there before. It's like Epic Store came out on PC this year, and every month I don't even know if there is a schedule thing. Like sometimes it gives you some free games, and now this month they gave us GTA 5. It's a pretty big game. Still worth like $50, I believe.
And Civilization 6 now.
Yeah, they're giving out a lot of stuff. But us PC gamers, we will get it. We'll play it eventually. But if I find it on $10 on Steam, I might get it on Steam too, just to have it. I guess we're a weird bunch of people.
That is a bit weird and difficult to explain. But one thing that I was thinking about recently is that for a PC gamer, or for gamers in general, all the subscription models, I think they start to add up. Like you have PlayStation Now, Xbox Game Pass if you are on PlayStation and on PC. Then you have Apple Arcade, because Apple Arcade recently joined this party. EA Access had that thing. Ubisoft tried to do that. And what's there? Epic, as you mentioned, Epic has its own store now. So I mean, we're starting to go into a future where there's a lot of wallets that we need to feed every month. And I think it's gonna get to the point where people go like, what? Maybe enough with the subscriptions. I don't know, maybe I'm anticipating this, but it's not going to happen. Or maybe it will happen. And the other thing that is worrying me is that people are going to lose the perception of giving worth to the game. Because just like when it was back in the days of rampant piracy, there was so much piracy, especially in PS1 days and early PC days, and maybe
really was it?
Yeah, a bit. So sarcasm there, guys. That was sarcasm. If you don't know,
we did an episode about it.
Yeah, so we did an episode.
If they followed us, they know.
You should check out our YouTube page and find our episode on piracy. But yeah, going back to it, when there was piracy, and when now games are so discounted that you just pay a flat fee for whatever, then maybe we lose our perception of a game's worth. And that kind of annoys me, because people start getting the impression that if you're playing an indie game, it's sort of the same, it comes from the same basket as a AAA game. I don't know, maybe this is just me, but that was just something that I wanted to throw out there for you guys to ponder about. What do you guys think?
You just triggered something in my mind, and with all this streaming and change of industry, the industry is changing definitely. I think that the publisher role will change. So we will see publisher consolidating or disappearing. And maybe some of them will turn into streaming services, because we talk. And probably I think that those that will adapt will survive, but others that won't will either be consolidating or will go to bankrupt. I think this is what I foresee in the industry.
Which kind of ties back to our last episode when we spoke of how Capcom tried to do a streaming service for Resident Evil 7 on Nintendo Switch.
Yes.
There was a sort of a test pilot, maybe.
It was a test, yeah. I think that wherever there's going to be a lot of money, and if it's going to be really lucrative, we're going to definitely just see a bunch of Like EA is gonna turn like a game as a service company. Period. If we see a bunch of money behind it.
Yeah, I mean, especially because EA has got that rolling release of yearly games like FIFA and Madden, so they are really suitable for that sort of business model.
Yep. You know that I see Amazon getting into this business.
Sure.
Yeah. Very aggressive. Because they have very powerful servers. You really need servers to run this stuff. It's not gonna be.
Yeah.
So either someone creates and coin a new company and create something powerful, like maybe Twitch or something similar. But still, I think that there will be consolidation in the way streamers play games and the way games are played from gamers as well. There will be totally different ecosystems, and yeah, I think it's interesting.
Welcome to Talk Too Late. Hi guys.